Everybody, meet Deacon Schmitt.
Deacon Schmitt, welcome to the show. Deacon, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
I'm pretty fucking good, bro. So look, Deke was in this morning at 5 a.m. getting his film work in and whatnot, and he's been jonesing to tell everybody the big news. So Deacon's a huge tackle up at Windsor. Stands, what, 6'6", about 320?
Yep.
6'6", 320. He's got off, but I'd say his top 5 offers right now are Stanford, top 6, Stanford, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Nebraska. Who else you got?
Let's see. Oklahoma, Nebraska. Got Kansas.
Kansas State, Stanford.
Yeah. Let's see. CSU, Washington State.
Yeah. Washington State's cool, but not CSU. and then to really put the icing on the cake, just tell everybody what happened yesterday, big man.
So yesterday I went to practice and I saw Coach Loldholt walking in right when we were walking out, and he stuck around and watched our whole practice last night, and didn't get a chance to talk to him afterwards. But then later that night, so last night, he texted me and said, "Give me a call." So I gave him a call, and he gave me the offer. So
hey, congratulations, brother. That's huge.
Colorado's best offensive lineman right now, in my opinion. Look, just an overall badass at the right tackle, can play left tackle easy in both guards. Deacon Schmitt, offered by the University of Colorado. It's great to see them see the talent too, especially as a junior with all these other programs, jumping on the Deacon Schmitt wagon. And look, dude, you're just a finisher. You're a mean bastard at the point of contact, but at the same time, off the field, you're a big lover, and it's a good swish because that's a good thing. I got to get you a beard, just like Breck. We'll work on this as we go. But look, man, just tell everybody how excited you are for your hometown offer, because you live obviously up in northern Colorado, Windsor. I went to Niwot. You guys actually play Niwot next. Go easy on my guys, okay? Not really. The defensive linemen are in trouble, but just try not to beat them by 60. Right. Just tell everybody how excited you were about this. I was so fucking excited when Phil told me. I was like, God, how am I going to hold on to this for 4 days? Yeah. So just talk about that a little bit and the whole process and just the whole, transition through coming into 6-0 with a dream and a goal. And now where you sit a year later, pretty much, right? It's been almost a year, or if not like a year. Where you sit a year later and how cool this was.
Yeah, so I mean, coming into the program last year, it was almost a year exactly. Actually, I was just, how everyone starts, just wanting to play at the next level, and this was kind of a resource that not a lot of kids have, and so I took advantage of it, and here I am. So last night when Coach Loldholt was at practice, he watched us, and I tried to put on a show, obviously, and just tried my best, just like any other practice, and got her done. And I called him last night, and he told me that they were going to offer me, and I just immediately was just super, ecstatic, because I've lived in Colorado my whole life, and just to have an opportunity to play at a school that I've grown up watching is just awesome. So I was super fired up, and I can't wait to get down there. I think we're going to the K-State game, so that'll be a lot of fun. And
we'll all be there, man. And look, now the key is bagging you,
right?
And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not going to try and help, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be beating on this fucking door every day. So, look, as you progress now through your junior season and into your senior year, what's really the most important thing you're looking for in a program? And you don't have to just specifically talk about CU. You've got a lot of great developmental, offensive line programs in Nebraska, developed pros, obviously beaten by Oklahoma, saw this early. Yeah. Not surprising that Coach Loldholt is a pupil and a former player for beaten by Oklahoma, and he sees it. Stanford, obviously, Northwestern, high academic institutions that also put out a lot of pros. There's Slater's an all-pro for the Chargers from Northwestern. Obviously, there's tons of Stanford guys littered throughout the league. What are you looking for in your transition here into college? Because you're going to be an early enrollee, which will put you on the field faster. as a freshman?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me is just finding a home for the next 4 years, and it's got to feel like home. I gotta love the people. I gotta love the area. I just have to fall in love with every aspect of it, and it's just got to feel like home. That's the biggest thing for me is when I know, I'll know. So it's one of those things.
And now that's going to heat up too, because now you've got, look, you had CSU obviously, but
yeah,
let's be real, dog. You're not going to CSU if you have Oklahoma and Kansas State and Nebraska and Stanford and Northwestern. I'm not allowing it. Like, there's no way I'm kicking your ass. But now that you got CU down the street, I know Mama and Papa are going to be sitting there like, well, we can just come down the street and watch you play, honey.
Yeah. My parents are pretty excited as well, because like I said, growing up watching CSU kind of thing, now that I have both of them, and I have CU last night, I mean, it's one of those things that is kind of surreal, and my parents are just as excited as me, so it's an awesome opportunity, and I'm super fired up.
All right, well, look, I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I did want to, I know you got to go to practice and you got shit to do and you're taking time out of your day and missing class to talk to me. It sucks. Bailey, will you play that clip of him destroying that kid at the beginning of the year and just dropping him in front of the ref? I know you have that somewhere.
Which one? I got
the first one. The one from the side view where he got the 15-yard flags thrown on him.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
The one that
grab that one.
made me really happy. So, like, just to put this in context, folks, this is your first game, right?
Yeah, first game.
So I always tell my guys, and maybe this is some fucking soft Karens out there in the world will think this is wrong of me, but I always tell my guys, especially the ones that have a supreme advantage. Sorry about that, Bailey. Those that have a supreme advantage both in size and athletic ability, but also in the ferocious nature of this game. Sometimes a 15-yard penalty isn't a bad thing. Sometimes when you take someone out of the frame and throw them over a bench and they call a flag on you, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. I know your coaches were pissed about it probably, but when you watch what they didn't really care. Watch this, folks. Watch the right tackle. This is 10, 20, 30, 40 yards dropped in front of the ref. The ref just throws the flag. Will you explain this to everybody right here? Because when your mother sent me this and she's like recording it off of her laptop, I'm like, she's like, is this good or bad? And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. So just explain to everybody both the mindset and like how. I'm not saying I instilled this in you, bro, because this is a Schmidt thing. Okay, this comes from the old man and your mom. But I told you it was okay. Yeah. And I said, look, this is what I need on film. And after you did this, it was just like, we just had landmine going off everywhere, and people are really interested. Yeah. Not only in the man, but in the finish here. So just talk about that play a little bit, and then we'll get you out of here because it makes me happy till the day.
Yeah. So that was actually the first play of the game. My first offensive snap of junior year. And
this is awesome.
So we kicked off first. They returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. So that just added on to my anger.
Oh, so you're pissed.
So I was frustrated. And I just went out there and I saw another colored jersey for the first time in months. And I just got after it. And that was the result right there.
What did the kids say anything to you? Did he make eye contact the rest of the day?
No, he didn't say anything.
Oh, I don't know who that kid is, but there's plenty of insurance jobs out there, dog. Deacon Schmitt, brother, congratulations. Junior offensive tackle and guard up at Windsor High School in Northern Colorado, offered by the University of Colorado and Coach Lodeholt last night, and that is a fucking big one. Brother, have a great bye week. Enjoy it. I'll see you Sunday or Monday down at the lab getting ready for the Fear Niwot Cougars for coming after your ass, Deacon.
Yep.
And then, hey, man, we just keep this party going, bro. I'm so goddamn proud of you. I don't know what to do with myself. This is awesome.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. Grow a beard, for God's sakes. What are we doing?
I'll try.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, give it up, Deacon Schmitt, everybody. That's big time right there. Yeah.
Hey.
WD.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. That's fucking
awesome. Yeah,
awesome.
Bailey, dog. I'm like, I can't help it. We work so fucking hard And we have so many people trying to tear down what we do and talk shit and act like it ain't real. And when I see Breck blowing up with 40 offers and he's fucking super excited about CU, and then they offer Deacon and Reese Russell's on deck, and Reese is the center at Valor, and unfortunately he got hurt the other night, but he'll be fine. He's only a sophomore.
Right.
His dad is Matt Russell, who's obviously one of my best friends on earth, who won the buckets at CU, who's one of the baddest fucking men that's ever worn a Colorado uniform, number 16. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of lineage there in Nebraska and Oklahoma have offered him, and West Virginia and all these other schools. So I hope CU jumps on him soon. And then you got all the young, you got Nick and Moon and all these young cats, and John Stevens, who goes to Windsor with Deacon, who's a big defensive lineman from Tennessee, who's a fucking worker. Dad's military, family is really fucking blue collar and works their ass off. And John's a baller. So he'll be one of the next guys. And Hudson Strieber up at Evergreen, who's going to CSU this weekend. And we're always trying to put guys on deck. Lockdown Ben Brown, going to Nebraska this weekend to fucking go on a visit. Caden Absher from Douglas County going to Nebraska for a visit. Mm-hmm. So this is what we do, bro. I put my guys on deck when they work for me. When they walk in and say to me, when Zane walks in and he's going to be a senior at Loveland and he goes, I don't have any offers and I really want to play and this is where. And 8 months later, he's committed to CU, and his parents and I are talking out in front of the game before the fucking Baylor game. Like, this is incredible. That's why we do this shit. Yep. When Big Deacon walks in as a sophomore in November last year and goes, hey, man, I feel like I have potential. I've been playing a lot. I didn't really play as a freshman, but I've been starting all year as a sophomore kicking ass, and I really want to play, and I need help just developing and yada, yada, yada. And they'll show up at 5 a.m. 4 days a week for fucking 6 months. Mm-hmm. I put in the work, and he changes his body, and his footwork goes to the roof, and he turns into a big, nasty prick. He was always that guy. I just told him it was okay. Yeah. And he buys in. This is why I'm so close with Austin and Drake and McGovern and Ryan Jensen and Garland and fucking Big Mike Pinnell and Deacon and just Breck and everybody else that comes to the 500 and count them going on 519.
19, I was gonna say.
He had to be 19 because 18 just committed, right? Zane just committed, and we got a bunch of guys offered, but not all of them are committed. Right. Deacon didn't commit to Colorado; they still have to seal that.
Yeah.
Look, I'm obviously partial. I'd love Breck to go play next to Jordan Seaton. I would love Deacon to go fucking play right tackle at CU. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Coach Lodeholt and Coach Prime see the talent. Yep. But now they got to keep winning and just bag them. And I don't know how they can't. With my help and Coach Lodeholt and everything they're showing, and then you have Coach Prime and Coach Phil Lodeholt and, all the coaches up there pretty much validating your NFL potential by offering you, because that's the difference here. Like, I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm super excited about this.
It's all good.
I'm going to go back in the time machine here, but when I played there, we weren't just going to CU to go to CU. Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to CU to be a fucking frat boy and get a business degree. Like, that'd be cool, I guess. I got a history degree because there was no math involved. But, like, I went there because Coach Barnett looked at me and said, if you come here and you listen to Coach Wilson and you listen to what I tell you to do and you buy into the culture here, you're going to the league.
Yep. And
I said, yes, sir. So if you're being offered and you're being courted by the University of Colorado, you are an NFL type player. That's what they're looking, especially on the fucking lines. Because Coach Lodeholt is a 6'9" fucking monster offensive lineman that played in the league forever. Remember, Coach Phil Lodeholt reset the tackle market at right tackle.
Yep.
So he was the first right tackle to really get paid big bucks. So when he's looking in the mirror and he goes, this is what I want my offensive lineman to look like, and then he goes after guys that are fucking big body door frames that are 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", that can play multiple positions. Mm-hmm. Man, that's what you're looking for. He's not just going after the big kid down the street that has potential and good grades like CU did for so long. They would CU would be content taking the 4th or 5th best player in the state, especially on the O&D lines. If there's one thing we got here, and look, you can say we don't have skill athletes, but I'm pretty sure Christian McCaffrey went to Valor. So you can stick that shit. Lindell White's from Denver.
Yep.
You feel me? Like we got fucking dudes everywhere. There's Sawchuk, the running back for Oklahoma, went to Valor.
Yep.
Like there's plenty of skill athletes too, right? But there's one thing we're known for, especially since I started doing what I'm doing, is big guys. Like we will put some offensive and defensive linemen out. And it's just a matter of, do the coaches see it and want to develop these guys the way that they should be? So having Big Deacon, look, I love the fact that he got offered by Rule at Nebraska. That's a huge offer. I love the fact he got offered by Beatonbaugh at Oklahoma. Everybody knows how I feel about Coach Beatonbaugh. I think he's the best offensive line coach in college football history.
Mm-hmm.
Go look at the fucking resume under Bill Beatonbaugh at Oklahoma and everybody he's put out, all the first rounders. And the list starts with Trent Williams, like Creed Humphrey, guy, fucking all pro Hall of Fame type players. So again, if they're offering you and Nebraska's offering you, and then Coach Riley at K-State, who's their next opponent, he's offering him, and they've got a long lineage of Dungeon family. They're Dalton Reisner and Stonebreaker and all these other cats that have played there. Max Marsh. You got all these cats there, and then Kansas and Stanford, which is a mecca for offensive line play, where Drake and Bear played.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's pretty much everywhere he's getting offered. He can look back and go, shit, Bates is at Oklahoma. He's Dungeon family.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, Dalton Reisner played at Kansas State. He's Dungeon family. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ochoa and all these cats are in Nebraska. They're Dungeon family. So everywhere Deacon goes that he's offered, he's got a guy in the room that also is 6-0. That's part of this family. So that is so big time for 6-0 and all the kids there, because every time somebody achieves their goal, Bailey, you know this. Every time somebody in the room achieves their goal, it validates the next guy.
Yeah.
When I say this one's next, don't miss, and then he turns out to be next, and I'm very rarely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I am very, very rarely wrong.
Yep.
Like our attrition rate at 6-0 is high. We run people out of there quick.
Yep.
You know, we have 5'11" motherfuckers walking in saying they want to start at Alabama at tackle, and I'm like, it's not realistic, though. And they get all mad at me and shit. You don't get to tell me what I'm doing, and I'm like, okay. Again, Carl Reed put a great post out the other night watching Georgia and Alabama. He's going to be on the show here eventually whenever we can connect, because we're playing phone tag. He said, watch Georgia and Alabama and see and actually be honest with yourself. Do you project to the field?
Yeah, be real.
Well, Deacon projects to the field. Reese projects to the field. Brett projects to the field.
Yeah.
Moon projects to the field. Nick projects to the field. That's the way this works. So, yeah, man, look, when Deacon was 14 years old and he was a freshman at Windsor, shit was fast and it was hard because they were good.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a freshman, if you're not getting your ass kicked a little bit, you play for a bullshit team.
Yeah.
Just the way it works. Like in college, if you can just walk in as a freshman outside a quarterback and play on the O&D line, you're either Jordan Seaton or your team sucks.
One of the two.